Alright, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. The true name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue is Yahweh. Yah meaning He, Hawa to be, to exist. Ba'ashem in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. Alright, Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning He, Hawa Shai, deliverer, savior, Hamashiach, anointed. Alright. The double honors to my apostles and elders, the great millstone, taught me this truth, and whom rule well. All right. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, which is constituted by you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. All right. As well as you Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. All right. Throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay. Who subscribe to the true doctrine and of great millstone. Okay. Of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and that believe, okay, all right, who are predestined to get delivered in these end times, okay. This is going to be a continuation of my lesson, all right, going into nuclear war, man, all right, World War III, okay, and as you can see, all right, from CNN, Putin pulls back the last remaining nuclear arms control pact with the U.S. Okay, so this is prophecy, man. All right, the Lord is stirring up the minds of these nations, man, to prepare war. Okay, all right. It says Putin pulls back from last remaining nuclear arms control pact with the U.S. Russian President Vladimir Putin said he is suspending the country's participation in the New START nuclear arms reduction treaty with the United States, imperiling the last remaining pact that regulates the world's two largest nuclear arsenals. Okay? Babylon, aka America, okay? Babylon the Great, all right, also known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt, okay? Basra, Idumea, Edom. Okay, the habitation of the wicked, man, Esau, Edom, all right, will fall to the Medes. Okay, this is Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as far as like it, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Okay, so, hey, man, it's not going to be any more diplomacy, okay? No more treaties, all right? The Lord has stirred up that USSR spirit in Russia, man, okay? All right? So, the talks as of now are all war, okay? Threatening, okay? And it's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Because he's going to use Russia to take out this beast system. All right. Real quick. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay. The Lord is stirring the minds of these kings, man. Okay. To prepare war. All right. As it tells you in the book of Joel. All right. Matter of fact, let me see. The Most High is setting everything in place, man. All right, for this war, this Third World War, to go down. Okay, the war to end all wars. All right, and we're closing in on that point. Okay. All right. Let me see. This is First Thessalonians 5:1 says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay? So yeah, man, like I said, okay, we're not ignorant of the times and seasons we're in, all right? Once this MOTB is on the scene, okay, once they mandate this MOTB, then that destruction is soon, that destruction is going to come, okay, right around the corner, all right? Because, hey, man, even what's going on with, the banks, okay? Hey, this new MOTB system, man, is already on standby, okay? All right? But what we're seeing take place, okay? This whole economic infrastructure is being taken down, okay? And they're trying to bring in that new infrastructure, okay, which is going to be that MOTB system, all right, to bring about stability, okay, because if they know that if they collapse this economy, okay, all kind of chaos will ensue, all right, and they're holding meetings to kind of ease all this tension, okay. Joe Biden coming out and saying that, everything's going to be all good. All right. Peace and safety, man. But, ultimately these devils, they're trying to bring about their agenda. All right. To move forward. Okay. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then they shall know that a prophet had been among them. Okay? So this destruction, man, this destruction is nearer than what we really understand. Okay? And as we're seeing right now, okay, it's all according to prophecy, man. The Lord is going to put that spirit on these nations to fight. All right? The whole stage is being set for that war. Okay? All right. With that whole war in Ukraine, okay, he's funding the war over there, and he's messing up different countries in Europe. All right. So these other nations, man, they're not gonna have any choice but to, make pacts with Russia and China because the support of America, it won't benefit them. Okay. And that's where you get the nations that were at league with this place will turn on Babylon, man. The beast shall hate the whore. All right. Even the nations, okay, within the EU. All right. Let me see. Jeremiah 51 and 7 says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Okay, all these nations partook in drinking that wine, which is the philosophies, okay, the Western way, coming up under Esau's hegemony, okay, and in these times, okay, the nations, they're not really reaping any benefit any longer, okay. It's really a detriment to them, okay. A clear example, okay, is what you got going on in the EU. That's why there's talks about, something along the lines of like, imagining the EU without America's, influence. All right. But in essence, America's been screwing over these other nations, okay, and it's been an ongoing thing, all right. But we're coming up on that climax point, okay. That's why you have these nations making backdoor deals with each other, okay. For an example, the BRICS, all right, which is it's an acronym, okay. For the 5 leading emerging economies, okay, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, okay. It says sometimes included South Korea, all right, which expanded the acronym to BRICS, BRICS, or BRIC, BRRCK, okay? All right, but, it just goes to show you, man, all right, that, hey, 2 Ezra 15:2, the words of this, a prophecy is faithful and true, man, okay? Everything that's written is going to come to pass, and the Lord, his determination is to gather the nations, to pour upon them his indignation, man, his righteous anger, okay, to recompense them for what? The controversy of Zion, okay? All these nations had a play in the downfall of the nation of Israel, okay? So the Lord is going to render a recompense, all right? Seeing as it is a righteous thing with the Lord to recompense them that trouble you, all right? But let me see. Because I wanted to get into that Ezekiel. But let me see. This is, I'm going to go to Joel real quick. Joel, the 3rd chapter, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time will I bring again the captivity, bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh-Shaphat, which is the valley of, his decision, which is over there in the Middle East, all right? And will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, all right? And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold the girl for wine that they might drink, all right? But, the point was in verse 2, okay? So, really, man, we're in the time of the salvation of the elect, all right? Which is the time where the Lord is going to bring, again, the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, all right? He's going to turn back our captivity, and the nations are going to be judged, all right? See, in verse 2, was the point, but it says, he will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is, again, over there in the Middle East, all right? The Lord is doing this to avenge his people, ultimately, man, his heritage, all right? This is the vengeance of the Lord he's going to take upon these nations, man, all right? To avenge his people, all right? World War III, for all them that fought against Jerusalem, like it tells you, Zephaniah 14:2. Slakia. I don't think that's it. My bad. Shall be the plague. Bear with me a second. And this shall be the plague. So like this is Zephaniah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay, and that's going into the nuclear destruction, man. All right, the second death. All right, and this plague, this is the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the nations, all right, all the people that fought against Jerusalem, okay? So this is the Lord's vengeance, man. He's doing this ultimately for us, man, okay? And we're at the end. We're at, he said he would plead with them there for his people, okay? All nations were involved in the destruction and downfall of our people, man, our nation, the nation of Israel, okay? And it go, Psalm 83 talks about how the nations were confederate against us, okay? They conspired against us, okay, all right? And it goes into how they were all in league with each other, all right? But, let me see. Let me just get to, go back to Joel. It's a lot. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay, and this is what's happening. All right, the Lord is putting that spirit of war out there. All right, on these nations, man. Okay, He's stirring up the kings of the earth. All right. So right now, the energy in the earth, man, is war, nuclear destruction. Okay. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, now you see that North Korea, China, India, okay, these various countries that have nuclear ability now. Okay, verse 11: Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. You know, and the angels that are in the midst. Okay, and they're working on the minds of the kings of this earth to exact World War III. All right. Verse 12: Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, again, which is in the Middle East. All right. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, so it's all going down, man, you know. And some time ago, you know, they were in talks about translating armies out there to that region, okay, over there in the Middle East. All right, these various nations already have troops on standby, man, feet on ground, okay, in this region over there in the Middle East. All right, and that's where Yahweh Shem Shai is going to judge the nations round about. All right. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. All right. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Right. Okay. The day of the Lord is near, man. That great and terrible day. All right. Yeah, and it says multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. Right. Because you're gonna have 2/3 of Jake out there, you know, amidst this war, man. Okay, Esau and the rest of the heathen, you know. It says, verse 15: The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of his children of Israel. All right. So, verse 17. So ye shall know that I am the Lord your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall be no strangers. There shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Right? So you're not going to, you know, like as now, okay, you have the heathen over there in the land of Israel. Okay? Amalek, Ishmael. All right? But you're not going to have any more Amalekites or Ishmaelites, you know, Edomites or whatever dwelling in Israel, okay? But the Lord is actually going to destroy the heathen out of our land, all right? He's going to cleanse that land of Israel, all right? Verse 18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Okay, and that's basically going into the blessings. Okay, you know, the blessings of the kingdom. Okay, all Israel shall be blessed. Verse 19: Egypt shall be a desolation, and Egypt shall, so like Edom, shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. All right, in Egypt, Edom, Basra, Babylon the Great, you know, they're all, you know, Idumea, they're all synonymous with Esau, Edom, okay? Because he's, you know, he's going to be utterly destroyed, all right? All nations are being gathered for what? You know, the Lord pouring out his righteous indignation upon them, okay? Destruction, all right? Okay, and, you know, you got certain you know, of the elite and world leaders that think they're about to escape the judgment of the Lord. Okay, and they're dumbs, they're deep underground military bunkers. All right, but they're gonna get plucked up and be the first fruits of slavery. You know. This is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, and this is what's going to go down. All right, the Lord is going to gather the nations and judge them round about. Okay, the nations is their militaries. They're going to be gathered to be destroyed. All right, in that third world war. All right. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's going into that mushroom cloud, man, from nuclear detonation. Okay. And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree. Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse, to judgment. My sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's talking about those nuclear missiles, man. All right. Those warheads are going to come down on Idumea and upon the people of his curse to judgment. Okay. It says in Proverbs 33:3, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. Okay, the Edomites, man. All right, Idumea. It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath the sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Okay, so a great sacrifice is going to happen in Bozrah, man, a.k.a. America. All right. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with their bulls, and the land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. All right, so this is all happening and being done for his people, Israel. Okay. So now let's go to Ezekiel 38 and get ready to close out. All right. Ezekiel 38 from the top, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Okay, and that's when you look at an ancient world map, okay, that would be today the region of Russia and those surrounding regions, all right, which are inhabited by Esau, man, all right, okay, originally it was the nation of Japheth, okay, but Esau got up in there and drove him out. So thus the Edomites are there in this present time, okay. Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed in all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, those missiles, man, the ICBMs. Okay, the Lord is, again, he's turned Russia back into that superpower, man, that powerhouse. All right. Look, Russia is no longer wants to be diplomatic with America. Okay, everything now is what? War. And America's effectively poked the bear. They've this whole Ukraine, this war that broke out in Ukraine was over what? They were on the outskirts of their land. Okay, because they were trying to bring a perimeter and expand NATO, okay, around Russia. And Russia wasn't having that. So, they, they wanted to, they wanted to have an advantage, setting that perimeter around Russia, or a blockade, if you will, okay? But the Most High he stirred that USSR, Soviet, Russia spirit back on Russia, man, to where they're now retaliating. Okay. Verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. All right. Gomer and all his bands. Oh, for the record, okay, it says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. Okay, Persia is modern day Iran. All right. Ethiopia and Libya. Okay. Over there in over there toward that you should know where that Ethiopia and Libya is. All right. It says all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands in the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that assemble unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. All right. Togarmah, I believe, is Turkey. Okay. But it says, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is going to protect Iran and these nations that are in alliance with Russia. Okay. And even now we see the strengthening of ties between Russia and China and North Korea and so on. Okay. All right. But yeah, man, I'm gonna close it off there. All right. Hopefully this has been edifying. All right. World War III is imminent, man. All right. Let's see, second mole. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. So yeah, man, may we continue to stay up on our watch, man, and keep looking out, okay? Because things is going to continue to escalate, all right, up until, okay, hey, the Lord's purpose is carried out upon this place, all right? But with that, I'm going to say, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Shem El Shai B'Shem Rakakudash. Shalom.